The views, opinions, and statements expressed on this podcast by the hosts and guests are their own and intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. They do not reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or brands. This podcast may contain strong language, mature themes, and discussions relating to pop culture, entertainment, and current events. Viewer discretion is advised. All music, visuals, trademarks, and copyrighted materials used remain the property of their respective owners. Enjoy the show.
What did I get up to?
Why are you eating today? Did you wake up late?
Why am I eating?
Yeah, because I don't never find you eating here.
I eat every time when I'm here. You just arrive here late.
No. The other time
I
arrived before you and you didn't eat.
Please, arrive before me. What time was that? 10 minutes before I needed to be here.
I think that's 15 minutes before you were here. Remember?
You were busy making your makeup there, walking around
Did
this
you
place. Eat? Of course.
I didn't see you.
Yeah, fam, I always eat, fam. I take care of myself, my dog. Did you eat? You shop?
I did. I ate, had my coffee.
And now you're here.
Yeah, looking good.
Hey, my dog. Hey, who's your man, bruh?
Thank you to my man.
Give him a shout out, dog.
Hi, babe. Thank you.
How? You can talk to him and give. What's his name? Man?
You. Hey.
Hey.
You don't do that. May never to Adura.
It's expensive, that
very
one.
Expensive.
Yeah,
yeah,
his name is very expensive. Yo. International, boy.
He's a businessman.
A businessman who tours.
Yeah.
Okay, not an artist.
He's Why are you asking me? He's into businesses and entertainment.
Okay. Aight.
Is that enough for you?
Shout out to the OG. Please tell him to put me on, I've been in the game for so long,
I'll tell him. You put me on, so he needs to also return
Of course,
the favor,
I'm contributing to the family there,
Wow, Jesus. I didn't know I'm going to be the starter.
We're on fire, all night. We're on fire.
What's poppin' with ShabZi? I'm with my industry friend, looking also great. I like it when you match with me, You take notes from the king. Thank you very much.
You matched with me. Let's.
Okay, if you want us to get to the truth of how I always tell you, this is the mood board for the show.
ShabZi, people will believe you. People will believe you always give me notes.
I send her notes day before we shoot, guys.
Color coordination.
And I'm like, this is the mood that I'm going for. I don't know what you're going to do, but all the best. And then you find that, it might be better to match with the Madallion.
I don't know about that.
It's okay, my sister,
It's the Durban July, so I wanted to look good because I'm not going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
EP07, is that the starter?
Yeah,
right.
It is. People are going to Durban. Some radio people are obviously off air. Usually Durban July trends. It's like we spoke about last week. The summer's trending now. Do not. People are scared of Mkwanazi, because to splash in money now, Madanga Commission have to come and question where you got the money. But I'm looking forward to the fashion. I'm looking forward to everything. The only thing I wanted you to dissect is people being in every event. You go to the summers, you see the same faces. You go to Durban July, see the same faces. You go to a social media award, you see the same faces. Does it increase your credibility? Do you become premium, or does it decrease your value in the entertainment industry?
It depends. Do you have a purpose for being there? Some people, they have a good following and maybe fashion is their thing and the brands always...
Sometimes I see people just suck in fashion, but they're in there.
Yeah, but those clothes are sponsored, are they not?
Some not.
And some people might be...
Some are there for the alcohol.
Some people might be getting paid to dress a certain way and be there and showcase the garments. of all these fashionista
if you're
designers.
not buying tickets, yes, you're getting paid, but there are people who buying tickets.
So are we talking about the people who just show up
who
there?
just goes to events to show faces. Yeah, those people who likes things. I understand if you're hosting events, like if you're emceeing events, if you're DJing, but if you're just there for vibes, because you're famous. Don't you think sometimes you have to be scarce?
Hey man, some celebrities have nothing to offer but to be at these events. Some of them have to dress up and go to events to make sure that they let us know that they're still out there.
Because there's no substance here.
Oh no, man, please. Substance. Celebrities. Substance. Name a celebrity with substance.
You. Got you! I got you.
It's a cop out, man.
Do you lose interest when you see someone at every event, when you see the same faces?
Lose interest in what?
Following somebody's career.
I don't follow people's careers like that, man.
So you don't care?
I follow thought leaders.
Who are in the business, who are prominent.
Yeah, in any industry, if whatever you represent speaks to what resonates with me, aligns with my journey, I'm likely following that more than the person. Like the ideas. That's what I follow. I don't follow like, if Durban July is happening this weekend, I'm not like you. I don't sit on Instagram waiting to see the people post.
Who said I do that?
Can I finish my sentence?
Okay.
I don't sit on Instagram like you waiting for people to post their fashionable clothes.
What do you do? Let's talk about you. Fine. I check people's fashion and everything. What do you do?
It comes and it goes, bro.
What comes?
The actual event. Isn't Durban July about horses?
It's supposed to be about horses, but you know how we we just overtake everything. I don't even think people in there know how to bet the horses. They even understand what's happening in there. I don't think they care. All they care about is how they dressed up and the maquis and where the alcohol is and, where their hands are. And
I wonder if the real Durban July people, where they're there for like the horse races, I wonder if that still happens for them. That still happens, right?
I've been to a horse race event in Inanda in Sandton. I think it was a Nedbank event. And honestly, I was there because I know I looked hot.
Like
had
this?
Yeah, I had no idea what's happening at the match. And I kept on asking people sitting next to me. Nobody knew. What? Like I saw like few people who were really serious about the match, and you could see even how they dressed. They're not dressed up. They're just there for the match. And then for vibes, who are just there because I look cute, take pictures of me. I want to be on Instagram, and I want to trend. I want y'all see that I'm sexy.
I mean, for those where it's like, bro, you're just living your life, and that event is just another event. It's like me deciding on a random Saturday morning, hey, wifey, let's go to this place. And you document the day, lifestyle vibes, But if you're trying to be out there and use it as a thing to maintain your celebrity, bro, again, those are the ones who, you don't have anything else, You're relying on these events to show that you have something.
I've seen with people saying sometimes you need to be scarce for people to want to be with you. For people to want to have a conversation with you, to want to get to know you, you need to come and go before.
Be mysterious.
Yeah.
But mystique works with celebrities, artists, or people that have something of value to offer to the people.
But nobody thinks I don't have anything of value. You do know that, ne? Nobody says, I got nothing to offer. Everybody thinks, dude, I'm a 10, and when I speak, I'm intelligent. Oh my goodness. My presence is a blessing for you. There are people who believe that even though ShabZi will think, not you, You asked me which celebrity has substance, and I said you. We know which celebrity has substance.
Me. I guess you and I have something in common.
Besides you,
In South Africa, that I resonate with. Celebrity with substance.
Doesn't have to be a musician. It can be an actor.
I'm trying to think about someone. Let me think. We'll circle back on that one.
Ha!
Babanchi, but I want to pick somebody that actually speaks to me. I'm sure there are people who have substance in the country as far as celebrities are concerned, but I want to pick somebody that
Okay,
speaks.
let's start with each industry. Radio. No one.
There are people.
Television.
I'll give it to Fresh as Substance. Radio.
Okay.
Television.
Yeah.
Ish. Do I follow? Yo, I don't follow TV.
Television
hosts
like
that. Yeah. No. Yeah, I gave you one.
If you say, yeah?
I gave you one. Fresh.
Okay. If we say in the world, who would you pick? Because I saw someone trending. I wanted to ask you, but I'll ask you later.
Someone trending in the world.
Lupe was trending.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, substance. Plenty.
I knew it.
Plenty substance there.
I knew it. He said Kendrick Lamar is a good artist, but not a good MC compared to him. And people were so mad. And I was like, I wonder what ShabZi will say about this, because these are the two artists that he respects. He was in an interview, and I think he was rating MCs, and I think he said something about Nas as well. But Kendrick's fans were just super mad. The way he spoke about it, he said Kendrick has a better team than him. He's a better artist because he has a better support compared to him, but he's the best lyricist compared to Kendrick. And
I agree.
I was like,
I agree with that.
Really?
If you said exactly that, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Lupe Fiasco is a supreme lyricist. And if he conceded to, because, you know, I'm always nervous when people compare themselves to Kendrick because they leave the artistic part out, you know. Stogie also said, I'm better than Kendrick, you know.
When?
But this is like maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
He once said it as well.
Okay.
And I think his context was also lyricism, but the clip that got clipped, it sounded like he was saying he's better than Kendrick overall. And I'm very nervous to agree to those types of debates because Kendrick is a supreme artist. He can do things lyricists can't do that he does in his music, as far as delivery, vocal inflections, flow, different characters. He just has depth of layers of how to approach his artistry. But lyricism involves content, cadence, entendres, flows, characters. There's a lot that encapsulates a supreme lyricist. And Kendrick can tick a lot of those boxes, but he might be able to do that once or twice every now and again. Lupe can do that 10 and 20 times every now and again, more than Kendrick.
If Lupe had the same team that Kendrick has, would he then be here? Kendrick will be here? Because
I think look, man, Lupe Fiasco made If You Were, You Say You Were a Superstar, right? Like those are Were you gonna laugh?
Yes.
What are you laughing at?
You sounded like you wanted to cry. Because I was like, what is he singing? If you were what to say.
like he also makes, when he had the team and when he had the label, he made great albums and made songs that spoke to the masses as well. You know, he has that talent to being a big superstar. I think he would also be in the conversation with J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake as far as this whole MCs, big 3, big 4, big 5.
I
see. If he had that team. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, Twitter was like
going crazy.
I don't know why hip hop people are so emotional. Sometimes I want to say, calm down. It's just a conversation.
It's not, man.
But I can see how much it means to people because I see with you, like people get so passionate. It's like soccer.
Yeah, man. It especially if you care and you know what encapsulates a great MC, what comes with being that. If you genuinely know, then it's very personal, that debate, you know.
Does it bother you when someone who doesn't know hip hop just act like they know and they misplace MCs? Like Masiro will come and say, I think Drake is better than Lupe.
Yeah.
And she just stands there yapping because she has a podcast and she has a great following. Does it bother you?
It doesn't anymore, man. As soon as you say that, I know where you are.
Okay.
In the matter of rap.
Okay.
To me, you are down there, you know, with the ants, discussing that.
Under the table.
Bro, as soon as you say a line like that, hey, Drake is better than Lupe lyrically. I'm out of the convo. Have fun. You know, it's all good. Yeah.
Speaking of artists, I don't know if you saw Uncle Vinny has been trending. He has been accused of domestic abuse by his ex-girlfriend.
Allegedly? Or is this facts?
The girlfriend
alleged.
Alleged.
Okay.
Yes. He has been staying with the girlfriend and apparently didn't have money. At some point, the girlfriend was supporting him financially as well. So she says, why are you laughing? Because I'm talking about the money.
The way you're presenting it.
But it's true.
You're already ready to be in support of the woman.
I always support women. Unless if they're wrong.
Regardless of their wrong. Ne?
No. Unless if they're wrong.
Let's hear this.
Yes, and I just wanted to ask you, because I know in the industry, sometimes we take time to look into situations like that. I mean, we spoke about it when MT came out and spoke about abuse. And I was like, I haven't seen, him being cancelled or people questioning that or other people coming out to say, hey, we are seeing this happening. I think for now we need to pause. What is happening with you? Why do you think it's that?
For Vinny.
Why
is he not
people
trending?
People are not, especially his peers, people in the industry. I haven't seen any, except for people, obviously, who are randomly on social media just saying, I'm so disappointed, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, he's very close to like industry people. I haven't seen anyone standing up to say, questioning his behavior.
But why should they, man?
Isn't it like it takes the community?
Huh?
Isn't it like it takes the community for one to be a better person? Aren't we supposed? If a girl
if I wake up tomorrow and I allege, hey, Sagos is treating me this way and that way and that way,
I'll be worried if
people should call you out?
I'll be worried if you don't have, as my friend, if somebody accuses me of that, if you don't have a conversation with me about it.
Maybe people are talking to him in private, but why should they call him out of his name publicly? What if it's not true? What if the girl is bitter and is trying to settle a score?
There's a video of them fighting that was circulating on social media.
Do you have to answer that? Is that your man? Please tell your man we're busy.
That's not my man. That is not my man. He knows I'm shooting.
Okay, so if what the lady is saying is
And you can
untrue,
see the evidence in there. He's hitting a woman.
is there
There
evidence
is a video
of the
of them fighting, yes. And apparently the reason
who's
why
shooting the video?
I don't know.
Jeez.
So also the thing that some people are questioning is he was entertaining other women, and she kind of obviously asked him about it, and Liana Nanzamo provoke there.
Jonas.
And then that's where the fight started. And I was like, okay, there's an evidence there. Why are people in the industry not talking about it?
Right, man. Why isn't she reporting it?
Which is another thing. I mean, people lost hope in
In the state?
in
The
our system. Yeah. Because when you go to report somebody, okay, I'll speak about me. I remember like a couple of years ago, the guy was not abusing me, but he was following me. But because he's my ex, I remember even the security guards at my complex. I came, Kadi Hazard, and my keys were in the boot because they were inside my handbag. So Kadi Hazard, gate. The guy, immediately when he saw my ex's car, he wanted to be there. How my sister just talked to him. I was like, you can see I'm terrified. And then the guy comes, the ex comes behind him. He snatches my phone. That's when he starts to wake up. Yeah. Call the police. I'm like, I've been saying open the flipping gate for me to enter.
But the flashing lights doesn't tell me you're in danger.
You can see my face. I'm saying, can you please open?
Please open. Why don't
Yes.
you say, hey,
You can see I'm running away.
I
telling
don't know.
you that.
You are just parking there by the gate.
I didn't park.
You're just there. You are flashing.
I came driving and I said, please
You
open
flash.
for me. I'm scared. Somebody's
Did you say
following
I'm
me.
scared?
Yes. I promise you. And Tatola, all he wanted was, because they know us as a couple. All he wanted was to be an elder in the village.
So they know you that you are in a relationship.
We were in the relationship.
See, I'm saying the security knows you guys are.
We were, yes.
He doesn't want to be involved in your domestic situation.
Dude, open the window, open the door. I am in danger. Then in that way, you're not going to be part of anything because I'm the tenant there. He's not. Why are you entertaining someone who's not a tenant there? And he actually, after that, he was in trouble because they gave him a warning. They like, you see her, you know where she stays. She's a tenant here. Your job is to protect the tenant, not to be a relationship
Fair
expert.
Fair enough.
But a lot of the times, that's what happens to girls. When they know you dating this guy,
Victims.
now you guys are not in a good space, and then you start to speak up. Didn't we see you and ShabZi holding hands? Is it you guys? No, I want to see you guys working together. Why are you guys fighting? No, man, banna bajwalo, sit down. People never want to listen to what you're going through. I think sometimes ladies go through that.
I guess then in that case, if the system is failing you, then you need to go to measures that will assist you in getting justice for what is happening. Whatever that route is that will, calm everything down for you. If the system is failing you. But the court of public opinion, I don't know that's going to help. I guess that one is you trying to make sure his image is known that he does this in this relationship and it kind of hurts him in a certain way and that's your best way to mitigate that situation. Then cool, man. Do what you got to do.
But why is it the case that if you date somebody And people always see you guys in a good space, and then you come back and say, actually, right now, we're not in a good space. Why is it that people don't believe just because 2 weeks ago they saw you guys in a good space? Why is it hard for people to believe that your partner could also abuse you? And this is not a gender thing. There are men who are going through that. So
These men.
I'm not saying
Name one man.
MT.
Okay.
I'm not saying women are always victims, but why is it the case that, it's hard for people to believe when your partner abuses you?
I don't know.
Or sometimes they want to dismiss it. Yabo?
I don't know that it's hard for people to believe. I think that's a mirror. Some people, you're reflecting back at them what is happening in their relationship. And therefore, they don't want to co-sign that. They're just happy that they're in a relationship where they're not publicizing that.
I get that, but if it's a mirror, you're not going to help me.
Yeah, because in my situation, maybe it's benefiting me. Maybe we've been speaking about this, You think people are looking at this situation and say, I want to come out of this toxic situation.
Well, I wanted to come out. I came out.
Yeah, because you have an idea of how a relationship should be, and that needs a level of healthiness in it, right? And you've defined what healthy looks like in your relationship. And I don't know that people know what healthy looks like in a relationship. They just know they feel the way they feel, and they think they deserve what they deserve for feeling what they feel. And so they keep a relationship like that because that's the best they know. And if, they're going through that, in comparison to the amount of South Africans in the country, or even just the world, what percentage actually publicizes the abuse? It might be little in comparison to the amount of relationships where this is happening daily and people are condoning it based on their level of this is what a healthy relationship is. There's some people who believe that this is normal. It happens in all relationships.
I've heard people saying that. I grew up seeing my parents doing that, so I think it's a norm.
It's okay, love. Maybe we're wrong. I can't afford therapy. I can't afford someone to enlighten me. It must be this then. A lot of them are complaining. That's why they're like, how pegazela.
God damn. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Those are your starters.
Those are the
starters? Yeah.
Yeah, the starters were good.
You got served.
It was a combination.
Yeah.
I think, how do we summarize that, man? Relationships, you need to decide what it is for you, and you need to allow that relationship to show you parts of yourself where there's room for healing, room for improvement, and allow yourself to challenge the relationship to step further. And before that, we discussed
Lupe and Kendrick.
Hey, man. Let's leave rap to the MCs and the audiences who care about the art to speak on it. The rest of y'all, mind your business, man. Please.
We want the piece of
mind your business. Enjoy what we're doing, have fun, but don't speak on this art form. Keep quiet, enjoy the music. Thank you all.
Just dance and twerk and do.
I don't twerk. You can twerk. if you want.
Obviously, you don't
You can
twerk.
twerk if you want.
Obviously. And then we spoke on Durban July.
Durban July. Have fun, guys. You know, have fun being pretentious.
Hey.
You know, those who are benefiting something from it and it adds to your career, a luta continua. The rest of y'all, amen.
It is what it is.
Enjoy, yo.
The one thing that has been taking over is the anti-illegal immigration protest.
So this is the main course.
Yay!
The award.
It's in every angle. But I want us to just focus on how it affects musicians in our country. Mafiki Zolo got removed
axed,
in a lineup in Zim Fest, I think. Musa Keys. There's a gospel artist from Durban who actually voluntarily requested to be removed from an award ceremony in Nigeria because he says he felt like they don't believe in the same thing. They were not on the same page based on this march to march thing. So he's like, if we're not on the same page, I don't think we should even be doing the event together. So please take me out, right? And he's been very vocal about the protest, and people have been coming to him and saying, if you speak about this politics, it's going to affect your music and you perform in other African countries, right? But then it got me thinking, there are people who don't comment. There are people who are commenting. Mafikizolo haven't spoken about this, yet they are affected. You know, in this. Do you think it's advisable for one to just keep quiet regardless of being affected and just please everybody, be neutral? Or should you pick a side? Because anyway, even you not commenting, people will decide for you.
I think the latter is true. Whether you choose to speak or keep quiet, if something is this dire of a situation, people will make decisions on your behalf. And in this case, it makes sense, right? Like March to March just happened. And so other African countries are probably like, read the room, you know? It's still kind of sensitive. Or they're trying to send a message of their dissatisfaction of how we might be handling it, the whole situation. The one who is saying, yo, I stand by this, March to March, you know, I think it is very dangerous to not acknowledge both sides' concerns and figure out a way for us to align, you know? Because if March to March is about
illegal immigration,
you know, that's a fair concern to have, you know? And I guess one's hope is that that is taken care of by the state through the proper channels. Because where it becomes dangerous on our side is if you're letting citizens be the determining factors of who needs to be here or who doesn't need to be here. And they are not educated on the formal channels to eradicate those who are undocumented and here on reasons they shouldn't be here, right? Then on the other side, I understand the retaliation, removing South African artists from certain platforms to send your message. However, this consistent rhetoric that, you know, South Africans are xenophobic, you know, that's a lie. You know, it's not all of them that are like that. You know, there's a specific concern you have about how maybe South Africa, especially from a state perspective, conducts itself when it comes to Africa as a whole, then speak to that concern and speak to it with specificity, like specify what are you talking about, so that we actually both focus on the problem at hand and fix the problem at hand. The problem now is a lot of us are mixing the actual issue with how we feel about the state not taking care of business and Africans being misunderstood, being here with us. Everything is jumbled and we're all having emotions about it and tackling it from a place where we are not clear on the problem. What's the issue? What needs to be fixed so that that is out the way? But we can't move forward as a continent and think we don't need each other. You know what I'm saying? We need each other. We need to be allies. Who benefits from our division? You know, like I have African brothers in my life, you know? And even with like the World Cup, the fact that we're bantering on, hey, I'm hate watching South Africa. Is South Africa xenophobic or are you also xenophobic?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to debate that. I don't want to debate that because we can all decide I have 6 points to make. You have 8 points to make. Who's right? Who's wrong? No, what's the real issue? What is the real issue? What do you genuinely want? And let's discuss a meeting place for that. Let's have a consensus of how to move forward. And I don't think there aren't enough great leaders who are willing to have that mature conversation where the emotions are to the side.
But I've been following this march throughout, right? And also I've been seeing even like the journalism beyond South Africa. Most of publications deliberately leave illegal, the word illegal in anti-immigration. They don't say anti-illegal immigration. They just say South Africans are chasing the immigrations every time. Now it looks like South Africans don't want foreigners in their countries, and they're only saying, we actually love our African brothers and sisters, but you need to come to my house and respect the rules that we have in the country, because when we go to your countries, we respect the laws in your country. Would you say we are specific enough as South Africans? Maybe African countries are choosing to misunderstand what we're trying to do. Because even Ntokozo, when he explains, he says, because you said earlier on, as an artist, you really need to find a way to understand both sides and come in a neutral place, because you're an influential voice. Your fans will be able to listen to you from both, countries. He tried to educate and say, we are not chasing everybody. There are people who are not from South Africa who are here illegally and they are in peace. The only thing that South Africans are complaining for are people who are coming here illegally, because now there are certain things that happens in the country that if somebody is not legal, is not registered, for an example, if you were to hijack a car, they can trace you. Your fingerprints are not there in the system. All those things. Maybe you duplicated somebody's identity. So would you say other countries are choosing just to misunderstand the message, maybe?
I think there's a case there where other African countries are choosing to misunderstand. But what's the percentage of Africans in our country? If we have 60+ million people in South Africa, what percentage of that are Africans, you know? I think a stat that I read, it might be 4 to 5%, right? And sometimes also the beef is that there are issues we do have in this country that we might be using other Africans as a scapegoat and not looking at what we might need to work on in our country.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know if that's okay, even though I guess with every big change comes some kind of sacrifice, right? Does our mission of sorting out documentation in our country, does it end at the March to March? Do we know of a plan of what's coming next? Do we know what follows as far as getting this country back up to where it needs to be, as far as it being a healthy country and still having our allies? Do we know what that plan is? You know, we knew March to March before it happened, when it happened, and after it happened. What else do we know?
Now it's going to happen every Thursday.
The March to March?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned earlier on about like artists understanding the background story, finding the balance. And I'm thinking of artists back in the day. You know, they were like more involved in the political landscape. They were like really vocal about what is happening in the country. Hence, Brenda Fassie has a song about my black president. Hence, like Idube with We Are One Unity song about Africa. I don't think we have much of those artists now. I don't think we have those artists who are putting their opinions in their music compared to the ones we used to have. Why is it that? Because I'm trying to think of someone like a Brenda Fassie or a Lucky Dube or
I think because back then, you know, when you even think about apartheid, like it was affecting everyone involved. And so everyone had to be invested in politics, in their field, and make a change where they are in order to influence the change to happen. You know, and the state invested in Brenda Fassie, you know. She worked closely with them. Today, I don't know that artists feel like they're in the same mission as their own country. There's this like every man for himself approach to every artist. So I'm just, even though what is happening in the country, whether you live in a great place or not, it will eventually get to you. You know, you're just using this excuse of, I'm just taking care of mine, you know, as a way to not be involved, because you being involved means there's a potential of you being hurt, your brand being hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
People are not invested enough, man. I think they should care. I think they should be involved. You know, I think you should speak on this in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you don't know how to write the song, but maybe you know how to talk about it. Maybe you know how to write a blog. Maybe, you know, but your contribution should help us evolve the conversation, the landscape, what's happening. You know, it should add to the solution, not add to the problem. You know, like my plea to all Africans is like, yo, the whole xenophobic, oh, we hate each other, all this, like, that conversation is dead. It's lazy, man. It's lazy. Like, what's the real issue? Like, pin it down to you, yourself, and make your conversation with the person you need to connect with in order for that bridge to be built. You know? At the end of the day, the country does have a lot to work on.
True.
You know, and
all
I guess
our countries, by the way.
yes, we all have something to work on. And my hope in South Africa is that if this is one of the things we're starting with, I hope we have our list of things to work on and then get back to uniting and working together to build a great continent.
I saw people saying, because some of, influential people have been very quiet about this, just isolating themselves on some, I don't want to be involved, right? And then Mafikizolo obviously got pulled out from the lineup. And they were saying, actually, this is good for other South African artists and influential people to start using their voices to say what they think about the issue. Would you say if African countries start isolating South African artists, and not just South African artists, motivational speakers, Vusi Tembakwayo also like travels the world. People like that, if they start isolating South African influential people, will then that help us here to unite and fight for the same thing and discuss, get to the common ground and say, guys, let's all unite and be one voice?
I think it's
Will it work?
It's a great retaliation, man. Them removing those artists from those platforms, I respect the way they're retaliating, you know? I just hope it sparks the conversation they want it to spark for making those moves. I hope it's not one of those, I'm gonna spite you for what's happening in your country. You know, it's like, I hope we all have purposeful moves that lead us towards solutions. We need solutions. Solutions is what's going to fix the country, what's going to fix the countries, what's going to fix the continent, and then eventually get us to a place where we can unite on common ground. But if our moves are baseless, there's no purpose, then we're just perpetuating the same thing in a different creative way, which that I can't respect that, you know?
You're right, because in my head, when I saw this, I was like, but you can't blame South African artists for what is happening, right? Then I flipped the coin. I was like, also, we can't blame citizens of other African countries for what our government is not doing.
Yes, you know, like, and now that we've established that, no matter what percentage it is, if there is a level of work that we both need to do, okay, fine. Omong lomong hamaye. And let's work on fixing this.
Yeah.
You know, like South Africa, if we're doing March to March Thursdays, and the purpose of it is that, you know, there's enough room for other South Africans to take space and for us to bring this economy back to where it needs to be. Okay, cool. I'm with that. Let's work. Let's work at that. You know, but let's get to that goal. Let's get to it. What's the deadline for that goal? You know, if we're saying we started Tuesday or now we're doing Thursdays, we're hoping to reconvene again and say, in 2 years, we're doing this now. This is where we are now. All right, I'm with that plan. But let's follow the plan, man. Let's follow the damn plan.
From you as a South African artist, what would you like to see happening amongst your fellow artists?
I wish we would care, man.
We don't give a shit, hey?
Yeah, man. But we are not educated enough to know that not caring still means it will affect you. You think it won't, but it will. You know, the country not working the way that it needs to be working does affect you. You know, where you are, what you have, with who you with, make a contribution that makes sense for you to make this country a better place to live in. Because if all you're doing is 0.5% and everyone is just doing that, it all adds up.
But then if you say they must do things that that firstly contributes to them in order to help a country, then there might be like a selfish artist who's like, I actually don't give a damn if I get booked in Nigeria, I'm going to go perform, because at the end of the day, it's about my food at the table.
Yeah,
it's about me making money.
Until
so it means now
Nigeria,
I don't care.
Until Nigeria's like, nah, dog, we don't want you, because this is what's happening in your country regarding our people. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're waiting for it to affect you.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. So now it does. So how does a Mafigizolo contribute to the conversation now? How do these artists who are axed contribute to the conversation now? Now that we are also affected, you know? I don't want it to be I slam the door. If you asked me, it's fine. If you're not with me for the beliefs that I have, then it is what it. As a people in general, we all have different beliefs. We can all be South Africans, but in South Africa, we still have different beliefs about different things. However, we need each other to coexist.
True.
We need each other. So I'm saying that part where we need each other to coexist, now we need to think a little bit more deeper in order to figure out how to make it work. No matter how small it is, it matters. And if you can do it, just do it. This is our level of caring. We're having the conversation out in the open, you know, and we're trying to provide ideas, solutions. We're not scared to speak for ourselves as South Africans, you know. This is my perspective, you know, and I want to have high-level conversations. I don't want to do this, hey, I don't have no hate in my heart. Now, if your angle is xenophobic, now what? You don't have an angle. So what's your real issue? Tell me what's your real issue with me? You know? Oh no, I wish you would just care about my language. Okay, cool. How do I say hi in your language, dog?
Let's get to the point.
So that every time I see you again, whatever in your language.
How you doing?
Not, you know?
Yeah. I see. I think I was looking at it, I was like, I know it's insensitive to say this, but I think if other African countries do this to our prominent figures, we will really like unite as South Africans, and we'll learn to have conversations that will definitely find solutions in what we're going through as a country. In my opinion, I was like, if we see a lot of artists, actually, even other people who travel the world, travel the African continent, go through something like this, maybe now we'll start to have a conversation. Because sometimes some people only start to react when you hit their pockets. Other than that, not my tuck shop.
Amen.
Not my anything. That's your main course.
That's my main course?
Yeah.
That's my food?
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful,
Are you
man.
full?
Thank you. I feel
5-star hotel?
Huh?
Is it a 5-star service?
Yeah, it's 4.5. I wish you had my favorite drink, but you know, you guys don't serve those drinks,
No,
right?
I don't serve.
Yeah,
What's your take?
hey, no, man. I think I think something's happening where we all need to introspect on who we say we are, you know, deep down inside. And I want to say the real you is the version of you that you choose to hide from the world. And that's the version of you we need to contribute to the world. Now, I'm not saying be raw about it. I'm just saying find a way to deliver that version of you to us and help us solve these solutions. There is no other way for us to unite and meet each other at a place where we agree if we don't do the hard things, have the hard conversation. You know, there will be casualties, unfortunately, because if we keep tiptoeing around all of this, acting like you don't want to break an egg, and we break all eggs while tiptoeing and we never solved anything, it doesn't help anyway. So let's get to the crux of the matter. And if the way to get to it is to tell the truth, the raw truth, and that's all you have, shoot, man.
We spoke about unity. I know I said it's your main cause. One last question. It just came to my mind. Thinking of African artists, all artists. If we were to unite and say we are one continent and we want to do one song that just says, now we're uniting, we are one, we love each other, which artists will you put together, including you, in the song, to say this is a song for the African continent? Think of Burna Boy, think of Wizkid, come back to South Africa, think of other artists, go to Tanzania, think of, what's his name? This one, Diamond Platinums. Just, if you were to think of one song that's just unite all of us as the African continent, what song would it be and which artist will you put together? As ShabZi, the creative, the producer. Even if it means you writing for them, but that.
I'd get Blitz, the ambassador, to come in as well to help curate it. Manifest. I'm calling rappers here. Kulichana. Mufftown Girl. What other artists? Burna. I love Burna.
The ladies?
From the ladies.
Thames.
Thames is dope. In Sauta, Elaine.
Ooh.
Elaine would be dope. Who's gonna DJ, man? Speedy!
Yay!
Yeah, those are my people for now, from the top of my head.
Because in my head, I was thinking of the song, We Are the World. So I'm like, if we had that in South Africa, well, obviously it's going to be rap, because ShabZi will be there.
We both can't sing, yeah.
I think I'm better though. You sounded like you wanted to cry earlier on.
Is it?
Yeah.
At least I'm still an artist, for real.
How do you know I have, maybe I have unreleased songs?
Unreleased songs?
Yeah.
What songs are those?
I'm working on that.
You're working on them?
Yeah. And I'm working with certain producers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, your man's putting it together. The business tour.
I didn't say my man is in the music business. I
said
said he's in the entertainment.
Oh, it doesn't work on music. Before we go no further, we out of here, man. Thank you so much. See you next week.